Hello, and welcome to ASMRcadia Tarot. I'm so glad you came in for a reading today. Have you ever had a tarot card reading before? Oh, you're a skeptic, are you? It's okay if you don't believe in magic or spiritualism. Sometimes a tarot reading can just unlock certain parts of your subconscious. It can give you a different perspective on things you might be facing in your life. Alright, so you'd like to give it a go? Good. So this is a basic 3-card spread. Each card represents a different chronology. This card is your past. This card is the present. And this card, naturally, is your future. So now, I'd like you to ask yourself a certain question, or think about a certain issue in your life. It can be anything regarding your career, or your love life, or money issues, things that you've been facing with friends or family. And this reading will speak to those issues, that certain issue that you have in mind. Alright, good. Let's turn over the first card. This is the card that represents your past. It could be your recent past, as recent as yesterday, or it could be the distant past, something that happened years ago. Only you'll be able to decide how this reading fits in with your own life chronology. This card is the Fool. So you don't have to interpret the meaning of this card literally. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were a fool in the past. But let's take a good look at this card first. There's a young man. The smile on his face indicates that he doesn't have a worry in the world. Behind him is a bright blue sky. There are tons of birds in flight, what look like doves, around him, and he's standing at a setting for a tea party. He also has upturned flowers on his head. The Fool card represents a beginning and lots of potential. In the past, you were open-hearted and innocent, if not a bit naive. This could mean that you were offered a choice of some sort in the past. You might have been overconfident as to what your abilities were, or to what you were going to achieve. That's a more negative reading for this card. But if we're to look at the positives of this card, this shows that you are a bright-hearted and open individual. You were looking forward to something in the past. The next card is your present. He's the Knight of Swords. This is a court card, so this sort of card usually symbolizes another person rather than yourself. This person, he's a strong and confident individual. Usually the gender of a court card is correct. So you want to think about what men have been in your life. What men are in your life currently. The Knight of Swords is a strong figure. As you can see, he likes to get what he wants. He has a gallant steed in the background that's ready for action. If you are seeking love, this could be a good sign. Someone like this might show up into your life. Someone with strong ideals, who is very romantic, who is very confident and strong-willed. He might sweep you off your feet. If you're not looking for love, this card can also be political. He can be a competitor of sorts. Someone who might be in your life, who's blocking your path or competing with you. But he could also be reminding you of your morals and your strengths, the beliefs that you're holding onto firmly, and your ideals. He might be there to remind you that you need to be strong-willed in order to get what you want. Since you had the Fool card in your past, maybe this person is here to remind you that you need to go into action to achieve those ideals. Alright, so let's turn over the final card. This card is Temperance. Temperance is a card of healing. Balance is going to be restored to your life soon. Sometimes when a Temperance card shows up in your future, it's a sign that two opposing forces need to be reconciled soon. The Temperance card indicates internal forces. So it could be that two of your emotions or desires are currently conflicting with each other, and they need to be reconciled or balanced in order for healing to be achieved. But the good thing about the Temperance card is that these are things that are already inside you. You don't need to look outside of yourself and gain new skills or abilities in order to reconcile what's going on. You also don't need to turn to other people or gain new skills and abilities. You have what you already need, essentially. And because this is a card of healing, you have the power to seek out how to balance the conflict that's going on in your life. This was a very interesting 3 cards to get. As you can see, you had some lofty ideals in the past. Right now, there is someone in your life who's either challenging you or reminding you of your strongly held beliefs and ideals. Someone who's currently charging into your life. In the future, your conflicts are going to be restored and healed. I hope this was a good reading for you, and it's brought some clarity. I hope you look back on this reading, try to remember it, so that you can see how this reading was accurate or inaccurate. And the idea is to openly reflect on what these things mean. Thank you very much. I hope you come in for another reading soon.